Tito. Sorry I'm late. Well, hi for nigh. What's that all about then? Oh, hold on a second. Well, folks, it's time for another Graticast, so smile!
The Graticast, Episode 12, Unspoken Words.
So you can probably guess I didn't get my pilot license this week. But that's not the only thing that didn't go quite as expected. You see, I thought my blind DIY do here might turn heads, away if not towards me. But actually, most people treated me exactly as normal, even if I wasn't wearing this funky t-shirt that I made, or the one from Macmillan Cancer Support. On the one hand, it was quite pleasant not being beaten up for looking like a thug, but on the other hand, it did make me wonder whether maybe we're taking cancer and other dreadful diseases like this too much into our everyday psyche, so that we're just not shocked by it anymore. Then again, it could just be a case of, well, it's so obvious I didn't think it worth mentioning. I saw my stepdad the day after the shave and we chatted for ages without him even mentioning what my hair looked like. Mind you, when he was alone with Mum later, he did ask her, "So, why does Chip look like such a To be honest though, that was probably the worst thing that happened to me this week. I've actually had quite a good week. I managed to get that hang glider to properly soar by the end of the day, though I was properly sore by the time I got out of it. And I saw some fantastic previews of amazing shows heading to the Edinburgh Fringe this year. If you're heading to the Edinburgh Fringe, make sure you stick around for the shout-outs. I'll give those shows later. So you might think I'd be too happy to do a Graticast this week. But while it's been alright for me, it's not been the same for some of the others in my life. Good friends and family shared certain issues with me this week, and what affects my people affects me, you know? But while I'm not gonna even start trying to suggest that makes it harder for me than it is for them, it does leave me feeling a bit like a frustrated Minecraft player. I just can't get these things out of my chest. As an outsider to their problems, you might think I'm best placed to offer some rational solutions, like eat more fibre, wear more sunscreen, how best to get bloodstains out of trainers. But, well, rational solutions aren't always the best for emotion-filled problems. They can be too cold. It's a bit like using correction fluid. Yeah, it allows you to erase pen and let you have another go, but that spot in the sentence will always feel different. Then again, do nothing and you end up a bit like an egg, completely pointless and ready to crack. Hearing friends and family say, "That just seriously ruined my week," that could have seriously ruined my week. But you know, that's why I count my blessings. It doesn't distract me from life's eaten mess. It empowers me to deal with it. Watch any of these Graticasts, and you'll probably see that the problems I find don't go away, but they become opportunities instead. And sometimes, counting my blessings helps me to help others with their eaten mess. For example, not having ME or cancer myself means I'm more physically able to, do things to raise funds for research into those evils. And that's important, because the biggest blessing I can think of in life is having other people to share it with. Otherwise, we wouldn't know anything about ourselves. We wouldn't know what love or happiness or laughter is. And I don't know about you, but I quite like love and happiness and laughter. So on that note, let's have our shout-outs for the week. First up is the Belfast Health and Social Care Trust, who wanted to thank Lisa Tamilty for raising a fantastic £583 for Macmillan Cancer Support, just by holding a coffee morning at Belfast City Hospital. Why didn't I think of that? Ms. Elise thanked her local fire station for all their hard work by dropping off a basket of fresh fruit and cookies. Now, she was inspired to do this by Random Acts, who aim to conquer the world one random act of kindness at a time. Do you know, I think we should all join them, don't you? And finally this week, Peter Sematai I'm not entirely sure if that is how it's pronounced, it's just that sounds a bit like samurai, which is cool. He's the artist behind a horror graphic novel, or a graphic horror novel, I think both those combinations would work, called The Chair. He wanted to give a huge shout out to all those who supported his Kickstarter project to turn The Chair into a movie. Check out their YouTube vid by clicking the link I'll give you at the end, or down below. It looks like it's going to be dazzling. Now folks, the Graticast is 3 months old, so thank you ever so much for subscribing and sharing the blessings that you count. If you haven't done those things yet, please just click on my face to subscribe and check below for links to find us on your favourite social network. But Tito and I would also like your feedback. What else would you like to see here? Is there anything you want more of? Or less of? Can you suggest a collaboration with another YouTuber? Or even join us yourself? Maybe you want to set us a challenge? Whatever you can suggest, please do. Just comment on the video here, or message us on Facebook, tweet us, or stand in the middle of Cambridge and shout very loudly. I can guarantee someone will hear you that way. And I've got so many shout-outs this week. If you're off to the Edinburgh Fringe, I really recommend you head to Venue 4, where you can see the musical Parade, which tells the true story of a man fighting for his freedom against a torrent of mob hysteria. The performance is incredibly moving, and the music is just stunning. But after it, you may be in need of something a little lighter. So for that, I'd suggest heading over to Venue 29, where you will find a short show called Chrysalis. Still tugs at the heartstrings, that one, but it's also a great comedy, with some fantastic acting, and it's beautifully scored, with a live performance by composer Carl Bonus, which is a fantastic name. Again, I'm not entirely sure that's how it's pronounced, but if it isn't, it should be. Find links for both these shows in the description below. Time now for our Gratitune. You're listening to Rebecca Newman this week, here singing Heroes to the World. Her beautiful voice was suggested by Graticaster Gwen from Dundee. So thanks Gwen. And everyone else, don't forget to send us your suggestions for some musical Prozac that we can share with everyone else next week. So finally, thank you for watching. Before you go though, one last thing. If you ever feel powerless, just remember, at least you won't get an electric shock when trying to tidy up those cables. Stay thankful, and ciao for now.